Once again, for emphasis and for the record, I, John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, will not cancel the free SHS program. Some of these suspects are believed to have absconded from the country already. I have directed that they be declared wanted and their assets traced and frozen until investigations are completed.
All right, I was hi Phoenix Media. I'm in channel so now and I just saw President Mahama for the first time with me Ekupimu ewo parliament with me at the State of the Nation address or Ghana. Baby as you see Jina with me eba beto ye with me Bibia etuja. Now if you are busy then time went me and for 3 hours. If you are waiting your time now we are now kwa year busia. Edunti ena your watch channel you so. Yet me up my summary of key details on Mampeni 8 minutes to da any and some eboboba enumu ena ene o Mampeni timijina parliament it me chere say the famous NSS scandal ene ewo State of the Nation address ne so o Mampeni etimi edi atuja say omom ye involved no officially they are going after them ye declare mo wanted enya no nko assets seized afenso no bank account or say entimi freezy ebusia obeti o Mampeni enum nsem ewo eno ho a otimi e comment aside that there are some interesting updates coming in ewo Ghana National Service ehun nsema sisi no omom ba be National Service ifi samri mu e kone de enche we say military training ni nyina etimi abeka National Service ehun chese ensem bibiri na ekoso so and interestingly we hear parliament na who say the minority MPP for omu etimi ehye black MP say ko parliament omu free MPP din mu nyina etimi ehye black abusia omu ene the right side a utimi ehunu and who say NDC for nso ni omu so ehye white no aha so ha na hu ni so minority for ni nyina ni a omu nyina obia ehye black. Now, the reason I'm share black, according to a report about initially now HSA, they are still mourning the loss of the 2024 election, but officially, the NPP etimi actually say the reason omo etimi order I say MPP will free MPP bimu ever parliament ewo SONE and as so nanase etimi enshe black no and say omo show solidarity to omo yetimi asaki omo every adwumam. What they say the public servant ahodo a letter by yetimi asaki omo appointees ahodo etimi revoke omo enwuma ne ade no eno nti enene who say the NPP MPs minority for no omo etimi ehye black no so eno briefly there e course so ho now before say beba the National Service Declaration of Mampeni etimi de tu da parliament ho no yen sha see from a car to say no Mampeni HSA Ghana ye dia oba ebeto ye now President Mahama etimi de tu da e State of the Nation address no ase parliament a wo chim say oba ye no so far watimi abeto a public debt of 721 billion Ghana cedis 721 billion Ghana cedis and no a public debt a card is Ghana itimi edi now out of that interestingly ECG edeka 68 billion cedis ECG for the 68 billion cedis Cocoa board etimi edeka 32.5 billion Ghana cedis and new currency with old currency in India is zeros in baby trillions and one sem NIA canon and no any a card is edaho. Now, what they said, Nancy, there was this story of sinking fund. If you want to say, now sinking fund, no, a Ghana account, you will see the money only at the service, now, according to President Mahama, Chief said, as at the time, Manu free so in 2017, no, not sinking fund, Ghana sinking fund, and I said the public debt servicing account, and that would just get $250 million, and a demand on Mampeni Kwadwo, now, a near Obaya. That sinking fund now with me either $250 million will I bet $64,000. $64,000. The dollar account to CD account secure them 143 million Ghana cedis and no any secure them. So in all, we can to the boom now convert dollars for clarity. Sika CC no a dem no 9.6 million and with me ababeto. On also in 2017 with $250 million. CC account 9.6 million and no sika Ghana wo. Yeah, it is service and can't get the aka eno or matter film. So eno briefly on a car the NSC Kasem Kakra or Mampeni etimi edited to ya. Now yanko NSS NCM. According to the NSS scandal for tested for 8 million to Ghana Ebusia. Now we show and penny 4 bears a 5 or more headed national service. Now you can't NSS scandal and as of my friends gift to Oware or no and answer where the poster girl mean can say NSS scandal so far you can't NSS scandal or no quantity. And any picture and amount for eta circulate but ukomwa per the fourth estate FO declaration no say inipa 5 bi ena implicate wo say allegedly wo etimi edi Ghana dream now eno mu no betimi ehu na bi ewo ho opani e friend say Mustafa Yusuf afin so no opani pa wo eda no ye friend no osesi bi entry wono na ehye space a ebusia wu hu no ma me zumi kakra na hu so dey ase wono na ehye space no afin so Gifty Oware the popular Gifty Oware enso ewu ena afin so Kwaku ohini gya no last week BNI for etimi ekwache no omu enyina allegedly omu involved the NSS scandal story no emu now during the State of the Nation address omampani etimi to just say on only directives wetimi award say as part of the Operation Recover All Loot and I say Oware no omu etimi ama directives say officially all these people are involved national service scandal no President Mahama etimi to just say they should go after them officially etimi declare omu wanted aside that omu accounts bank accounts it should be frozen again omu assets bi omu Agyapade land houses cars Agyapade bi omu no and also yentimi NCZ until say that NSS ensem ni betimi ahwehwem ene wa ohu so no wasa akwadwo Agyapade no bank account but as it stands now these people are involved the NSS scandal no ebusia omampani etimi dia to just say ye declare omu wanted
the economy and provide jobs in all sectors including agribusiness. One of the biggest crises we face in this country is youth unemployment. Youth unemployment has led to despair and frustration. The latest estimates show that up to 2 million of our young people are unemployed. This poses a major security risk for our country and requires urgent attention. To bring much needed focus to the desperate and widely scattered youth employment programs and to ensure stricter accountability in their implementation, I have set up the Ministry for Youth Development and Empowerment in furtherance to the promise I made in the campaign. This ministry, that is the Ministry for Youth Development and Empowerment, is mandated to formulate, coordinate, and monitor policies and programs to promote youth development and empowerment in this country. Mr. Speaker, as part of our Operation Recover All the Loot policy, Mr. Speaker, as part of our Operation Recover All the Loot policy, ORA, I've already tasked our investigative bodies to bring the culprits of the National Service Ghost Name scandal to justice. Such brazen theft of public funds must not go unpunished. It is estimated that the criminal addition of some more than 80,000 ghost names could have yielded the suspects over 50 million Ghana cedis every month. Unfortunately, some of these suspects are believed to have absconded from the country already. I have directed that they be declared wanted and their assets traced and frozen until investigations are completed. To achieve a legally robust regime to govern national service, I've also tasked the Minister for Youth Development and Empowerment to coordinate and present to Parliament a legislative instrument to support the implementation of the newly passed National Service Authority Act 2024. That's Act 1119. We will introduce short military training as part of our national service scheme. This will instill a sense of fitness and discipline into our youth. The administration of scholarships is another challenge. It has been fraught with a lot of challenges. The poor who genuinely need scholarships are unable to access them because the rich and wealthy always crowd them out. To fulfill our government's vision of promoting transparency, equity, and sustainability in the scholarship scheme, we shall streamline the award process to ensure that not only deserving youth benefit from the system, deserving youth benefit from the system. We shall introduce increased transparency, including publishing the list of beneficiaries every year. Mr. Speaker, job creation is one of our main pillars, and it was one of the major promises we made to the youth of Ghana. To help actualize this promise, we're going to roll out what we call the Ejumawura program. This initiative will create, track, and mentor young businesses annually with a special focus on our youth. For the first phase, the top 2,000 implementable business proposals will be supported with business development training, mentorship, access to startup capital, marketing, and networking to operationalize their innovations and business ideas. We will also launch our flagship National Apprenticeship Program to equip at least 10,000 young people in the informal sector with employable skills, including providing apprenticeship fees and startup kits when they have completed. The Youth Development and the Interior Ministries will facilitate the training of our young people in the Okada business in areas such as road safety regulations and digital skills, as well as facilitating the acquisition of motorbikes. We will introduce electric motorcycles on a high purchase scheme to eliminate the use of petrol and make their businesses more profitable. Mr. Speaker, Her Excellency the Vice President's Empowerment for Women and People with Disabilities program will also be launched this year. The program will target women and people with disabilities and other vulnerable groups to build their capacity and offer them access to finance to create their own jobs.
On education, President Mahama at media to just a free SHS for more assurance. Aside that, on tertiary education, so it's media to just say, as they say, you're from PWDs, and I said people with disabilities, or said, them, our more tertiary institutions are who know. President Mahama, 8 meetings, say, or meet me any free education, tertiary hall, and no them, so a package with me, edema. Aside that, teachers are also to rural areas, yet me 20% salary increment as part of incentives to beat me aboa. Ama almost you pursue almost at me education. Aside that, with me HSA free SHS figures about 5 million be an to be benefiting from free SHS no was with me at the actual figures no to that and no a blue who say education minister not any more better any year. I was a young President Mahama on air education.
As part of our Teacher Dabre initiative, the construction of teacher accommodation units to improve welfare and attract teachers to rural areas will commence this year. Mr. Speaker, no new school will be built in this country without teachers' accommodation. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, once again for emphasis and for the record, I, John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, will not cancel the free SHS program. I will not cancel the free SHS program. I am determined to make it better by improving its implementation. And also, for the record, students who have benefited from the free SHS since its inception are about 3.4 million. The figure of 5.1 million beneficiaries, as put out by the previous administration, was an exaggerated and false narrative calculated to achieve political credit. Mr. Speaker, while the free SHS program has improved access, Mr. Speaker, the double track system remains a challenge, and we are as I address you. Mr. Speaker, efforts to decentralize school feeding and food management include strengthening procurement and store management records capacity. Once completed, food procurement and management will be fully handed over to the secondary schools to do their. Mr. Speaker, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics are central to national development, STEM. We'll therefore expand STEM programs at all levels to equip all students for the global economy. We don't believe in building single standalone STEM schools. We believe that STEM must be part of the curriculum of every secondary school. Mr. Speaker, regional TVET centers of excellence will be established to provide practical skills. Every region will get a TVET Center of Excellence to expand technical and vocational education training. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, Ghana has consistently missed its gross tertiary enrollment targets with a rate below 22%, far from the 40% goal that has been set by 2030. Despite over 460,000 secondary graduates coming out annually, 55% qualify for tertiary education, and only 35%, 161,000 of the 460,000 enroll in tertiary education, leaving over 300,000 without access. To address this, government is introducing a no-fee stress policy to eliminate tertiary admission fees, which currently serve as a barrier to higher education for some students. This will be supported by an enhanced student loan scheme, which is called the Student Loan Plus. The no-fee policy will also cover all persons with disabilities. And for emphasis, persons with disabilities will pay no fees for tertiary education throughout their study. And so PWDs who gain admission to tertiary institutions will pay no fees. Additionally, TVET enrollment will be increased from 11% to 20% to boost employment. Mr. Speaker, rising enrollment has strained university infrastructure, causing overcrowding and inadequate accommodation. We are determined to expand access, improve quality, and align tertiary education with national goals, particularly in STEM. Feasibility studies for new public universities or campuses of existing universities to be established in the 6 new regions will commence this year.
All right, you also know the popular Agenda 111 hospitals, F17, and Omampeni 80 Edituja, which say as it stands now, there is not a single operational Agenda 111 hospital and a function a woman. Imuba Kukrenwa, Yetimi, NCC, officially, and 80 Edijuma. Now, Utimi Edituja say on Agenda 111, Sikabe say $400 million and Omatimi allocate Edikum. Now, so far, Uchemu says $400 million. And Komutimi and say effectively, we put it to good use. Nanka, Omo focus on Aye Kakrebin Punum, they are complete, or think $400 million. No, it bet me a complete 22 Agenda 111 hospitals. And give it me a complete a finishing. Ama Abaye operational 22 hospitals, but as it stands now, Imuba Kuprayen to me, to me, Eddie Atuja say, as part of for new government, you know, the Omo Eddie and say, on person yet private public partnership, what I say, or meet me a franchisee Agenda 111 any. Individuals also a wisi can wait me Eddie Abishim, no might me say Agenda 111 hospital, no, you bet me a complete.
The Agenda 111 program, which was started as a knee-jerk reaction during the COVID-19 pandemic, when the Ghanaian public had begun to appreciate the significant investments that the previous NDC administration had made in healthcare facilities, and began to lament the many hospital projects that had stalled under the previous administration. A promise was made to build 111 hospitals. Mr. Speaker, I'm sad to note that there is no dedicated funding source for such a gargantuan project. There is no dedicated funding source for this gargantuan project. Mr. Speaker, for the record, as I speak, not a single Agenda 111 hospital is operational. In any part of Ghana, I challenge you, not one is operational. Mr. Speaker, and it is worth disclosing that $400 million has already been disbursed under the Agenda 111 project. Mr. Speaker, at a rate of approximately $80 million per hospital, this $400 million spent could have completed and made operational at least 22 of those hospitals. Mr. Speaker, I believe that the money should have been focused on completing a number of hospitals and making them operational instead of spreading it over the current 111 hospitals. As I speak, some are at the foundation level, and not a single one is operational. I have directed the Minister for Health to present us with a plan on the way forward for this program. And let me add that we are open to public-private partnerships and franchising to complete and operationalize these hospitals. Mr. Speaker, one of the most pressing issues confronting our health sector today is the USAID's sudden 90-day pause in services without prior notice and the looming threat of complete withdrawal of programs that do not align with the USA's strategic interests. Programs that will be affected include the delivery of medical commodities to regional medical stores and health facilities in the Upper West, Upper East, Northern, and Savannah regions. USAID support for the National HIV/AIDS Control Program includes the supply of antiretroviral therapies in the Western, North, and Afia regions. These will also be affected. The withdrawal puts at risk approximately $78 million in earmarked funds for malaria, maternal and child health, nutrition, and HIV/AIDS. It also covers some programs being run at the Noguchi Memorial Institute in research.
Right, so we ensem kakra briefly ene omampani editimi editutu tuja ewo state of the nation address a witimi ekopi mu ewo parliament abusua witimi editu ja no eho eno ene yatimi asansen mu kakra ede ama no watimi ahyebo se free SHS wo ntwam ka obeto ye new upgrade ewo national service niema kakra eba be kan military training ahodo. Aside that moma we involved in the national service scandal Gifty Oware no eno makeke ka sisi ne de yatimi edikilo mu wanted sisi no omo Agyapong nyina no o se yemfa yensam to so momo bank account yetimi afrozi if se bank account no kwamba kwana se kakra sika dem dia so eno update kakra mampani etimi ahye was state of the nation address no busia wo pe full update rate here. It's about 3 hours we betimi akọ the various social media handles of parliament, any other streaming platforms so betimi fan live in here wetimi akoti the full details but briefly and some kakra point of interest ene yetimi epic ye every the state of the nation's address no mu ena ebusia yetimi asane mu ede ama no menka also the comment section is open betimi answer comment the comment section ho afi so ene your first time on the channel na ebusia wetimi subscribe to channel no sabe ya you post video a unso betimi enya update Phoenix Media medi edi CK